Here's how to play the new song APT by ROSÉ and Bruno Mars. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Easiest way to play this song on acoustic guitar is going to be to have a capo and to put it on the 3rd fret. And then for most of the song, you're just going to need these 4 chords. The A minor chord, the F major chord, the G major chord, and the C chord. Now while you're playing this, if you struggle with the F chord, you can use this version of F instead, which is a lot easier because you don't have to bar anything. And then you can start with the strumming pattern you're going to be using for the whole song, which is just down, down, up, down. I actually like starting the song by gently holding the strings and then strumming that pattern down, down, up, down. And then I like coming in with this little riff, which is just that A minor chord starting with all of the fingers off the strings and just playing the open strings, then coming on to A minor, leaving them back off, then coming back on again. So you're just going off, on for A minor. The song starts to build by starting with an A minor, then going back to those muted strums, and then adding a G chord in at the end. Then your riff. This will take you through the verse of the song and lead you into the chorus, which is just using the chords in this order. F major, G major, A minor, and then C major. And whenever the music drops out, you can cut it with a rest by either just playing and then holding the strings or just refusing to play at all in the first place. There's only one other part of the song that you might want to learn. It's after the 2nd verse where you go to this E major chord and you start to build it up with a nice palm mute. That means using the soft part of your picking palm and placing it right at the end of your strings, at the end of your guitar. And you're just going to strum down for 4 measures. That means 8 strums 4 times in a row to get through this E major chord. Except on the very last strum, you're going to go to this G chord once, which looks a little something like this. Palm muted E major. And on the last bar, add that G major chord in. This leads you to the part of the song that I call the bridge, which is just A minor, where they sing hold on, then G, then C, and this new chord, A7, which you can play like this. And the very last time you go through that chord progression, instead of going to the C major, we're going to be going to D major. And we're going to be doing this nice little slide into it if you want to make it sound even cooler. So that looks a little something like this. You're on your last round going from A minor to G major. And instead of C, we're going to go to D. And you can continually do this slide instead of strumming it. That looks like this, which is just me taking the D major chord and shifting everything 1 fret to the left so that I can slide the chord into the D chord position. And I do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And then on the 6th time, I just play the E major chord. If you don't want to do the slides or if they're a little too hard, you can just strum the D major chord like normal. This E major chord is another transition that takes us back to the chorus of the song, but this time we don't need to strum it. It's the part of the song where we have what we might call a breakdown. You just play the F major chord once, then the G major, and let it ring out, then A minor, then C. And then you can get back into your strum, which you play 4 times in a row until you get to the end, and you can end with our signature riff. And that's everything you need to play this song in chords. If you want a few other extra details, we can look at those now. For example, sometimes in the chorus, I like to replicate what the singer is doing to give you a more authentic sound. So you can take this chord progression and start it with F, but I like this idea of on the G chord, maybe just playing G6, that's the G without the bottom finger, and then adding in the 1st fret of the B and the 3rd fret of the B to mirror what they're singing. Da, da, da. So that's the G6 chord, then just strumming through to the open B string, the 1st fret on B, and the 3rd fret on B. Na, na, na. And you can add that little melody in as you're playing. So F, A minor, and just C like normal. Then the second time through, do it again. A minor, and then meet me at the... It'd be kind of cool to do this C with the pinky on the 3rd fret of the bottom string, and then you get that meet kind of note. Then you can take your first finger, strum all the way down to the first finger on the B string, let it go to add that extra note of the vocals, and then bring it back. So it's high 3rd fret, meet, then the 1st fret on the B, then let go, at to the open string B with your first finger, and then back to the first finger on. The meet me at the... Also add in this little riff that I hear in the song right before the chorus comes in. It's just the 1st fret on the B string, then the 2nd fret on the G, and then the open G string. So it's just 1, 2, 0, which you can do right before you go into the chorus and might look something like this. If you guys like these tutorials, you can support me for free on my Patreon, or you can listen to my original music, which is on Spotify right now, and everything is with the link in my profile. Let's finish off this video with a complete playthrough to see if you can remember every single part and put it all together just like it is in the song. Here we go.